I will find out where your ex lives and her mom and her grandma and where they work. And
just in case? Just in case.
Like by the time I ask you about your ex, I already know all her info. Like, my name is Angelini Vet, also known as Angles. Born in Brooklyn, raised in Brooklyn, still in Brooklyn.
Born and raised in Brooklyn.
Yes, sir.
Very sorry to hear that. All right, so born and raised in Brooklyn. And Angles?
You could call me Angles, Angie, whatever.
All right, call you Angie, Angles, either one. Are you currently single or are you in a relationship?
An entanglement?
Entanglement. Oh, the new word of the day, entanglement.
Define entanglement.
Well,
I feel like it
you want to get my definition?
Yeah, I feel like it means something different for everyone.
Probably, but look, this is your interview, so you should.
This is true. I'm not interviewing. My situation is not like Jada and Will's, but I still consider it an entanglement.
You still consider it entanglement? Do you have a certain definition of an entanglement then?
Kind of. It's when you get involved with someone who you don't feel like you're ready to commit to.
I got you. All right. Okay. I wouldn't consider that an entanglement. In one interview I had recently, right, the girl said situationship. That's the first time I ever heard that word before. Have you heard that? You haven't heard that before?
I have heard that before, but I like that, yeah.
Yeah, I just learned that word, but maybe it might fall into that. But basically, you're getting to know someone at the moment. All right. And when was the last time you were in an actual relationship?
The last time I was in a relationship was around a year ago or so. I was in a 7-year relationship, so practically married. Breaking up was pretty hard, but it was what I had to do, like, for me to stay on this path and stay focused. At this point, it's just kind of like lovers come and go, but it's about me.
It's about you.
It's all about me.
So why'd you break up? Talk to me. Why'd you break up? What's going on?
When you start forcing things, like when your hobbies aren't aligning, when you need to like force time with somebody, it's just not working. And we actually tried an open relationship at the end. Our last year was an open relationship, yeah. So that was interesting. There are things that you cannot unhear that your significant other is going to tell you in an open relationship. And it's just like, it's hard to come back from that. Like, it's hard to bounce back.
Yeah.
I still got his back forever. Like, we got each other, but it's just like, to heal, we needed to part ways. Completely.
I feel you. Okay, so who came up with the idea of trying this open relationship after the last year?
It was my idea.
It was your idea?
Yeah.
And he was with it? Like, he got on board?
The love was, we were trying everything to hold on to this relationship. And that was like the last straw. Like, it was my idea.
So were you wearing the pants in a relationship? Yeah, you know, that's a subtle term, but.
I was wearing the skirts and still running shit.
Okay, yeah. You were. You basically were. I don't know, just from him being on board to it, sounds like, I mean, I don't want to put it into a power dynamic between, you know, who has more power than the other in a relationship, but usually there is someone who has like the leg up another person. So why did it get to that point where you guys felt like you need to spice up the open relationship? What happened? I mean, is it just a long time you got bored or?
I honestly wasn't even really interested in seeing anybody else. I think I needed space at that time and I didn't know how else to ask for it.
Okay.
Definitely got space.
Yeah, all the way.
Definitely got some space.
All right, okay, cool. So that was almost a year ago. And now you're talking to someone. And how long have you been talking to this person for?
I want to say around 9 months or so.
Around 9 months or so.
Yeah, when we first started talking, it wasn't on that type of like timing at all. It wasn't on a romantic level, but we just, as we got to know each other, like things just kind of got spicy.
All right. So it didn't start off as anything. You guys just knew each other or maybe even friends? Or?
Yeah, like we were just friends and like it just developed into something greater.
So
for lack of a better term.
I got you. So it was just a casual friend. It wasn't one of those friends where he was always trying to get at you, but you never? Never.
No. And even his way of pursuing me as things got a little spicier, it was very, very passive and very, very calm, very cute, which I find very, very attractive.
Yeah.
If a man isn't too pushy when it comes to pursuing me, I really like that. Give me some space to decide if I even want to entertain it, you know?
All right, so you guys been going strong for, you said about 9 months.
9 months or so, yeah.
About 9 months or so. And since you were in such a long relationship now, I mean, before, are you kind of hesitant to get into another long-term relationship so soon?
Oh, yeah. I need at least twice the amount of time I was in a relationship before hopping into another relationship. So I'm probably single for 14 years about.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel like you need twice the amount of time to heal.
Okay.
Too evil.
Now, you're just saying it now because, you want to, you want to see, were you just curious to see how it is being single since you were so, entrapped not entrapped, but in a relationship for so long? Did you just forget how it was to be single? You want to experience that life for a while?
Low key, yes, but high key, I think I just genuinely didn't know myself. Like I started dating him when I was 17, and then at 24, you're a complete different person. You reached adulthood now, and it's just like, who am I? Like I've been almost like a shadow in my relationship, but like, have I really gotten to know what I want and what do I want? So I just needed that space to kind of like figure that out.
Now, has he tried to, take it to the next level?
We took it to the next level.
You took it like you said you're talking. That's not taking it to. There is another level. I mean, the one you said you wait 14 years for.
When I said things got spicy, I meant things got spicy. Okay.
Okay. When I say next level, I mean commitment. Because you say you're gonna wait 14 years for.
Oh nah, there's no commitment. I do feel like I would be really playing myself if I commit to anything now.
Yeah.
It's not involving like growing as a person.
So there was discussion about this, right?
Yeah, like once feelings started getting involved, we definitely spoke about how much we could bring to the table as individuals right now, and it's just not it. Like, I'm not sharing myself incomplete with someone.
Now, after having that open relationship for like a year, are you open to having another open relationship too in the future?
Hell no. That shit is not for me. Wait, can I say shit?
Yeah, you can say shit. It's all right. It's all right.
No, that's one thing. I don't regret ever being in an open relationship, but I genuinely feel like I had to go through it to realize that it's not for me.
Okay, so no relationship, you wouldn't do like, I'm only thinking because we're talking about this, like any polygamy, polyamory, any of that kind of stuff either?
It's always been hard for me to put myself into boxes that already exist. That's why I feel things out and then create like my own, like I just create what feels comfortable for me. Like I pick and choose. So I'm very possessive over my lovers, right? I had to be in an open relationship to like recognize that about myself.
Now, sorry to cut you off. When you say possessive, do you just mean crazy?
Psycho.
That
shit crazy.
That shit crazy. Now, okay, break it down. Though, go specific. When you get possessive, how does that display itself in a relationship when you're possessive?
I will find out where your ex lives and her mom and her grandma and where they work. And
just in case? Just in case?
Like by the time I ask you about your ex, I already know all her info. Like,
so as soon as he
trips up, I just want to see
up,
where you're gonna lie. Yeah,
as
where
soon
you
as he
gonna
trips
lie.
up, you send a photo of like where his ex lives.
Right, like oh, that's funny.
Just let you know.
That's funny that your Wi-Fi instantly connected as we're passing by this house.
Just let you know. Now what? Okay, you're possessive. Have you always been like that, or did something come about and made you get possessive in a relationship?
I think one of the reasons why I chose to get into this open relationship is because I didn't like that part about myself. I didn't like how I tried to like consume my lover in a way, not eat them, but consume them. Like,
I mean, you do the Jeffrey Dahmer thing.
So getting into that open relationship was like a really tough, inner lesson for myself. It was like less about the actual relationship and a lot about my inner strength. Like, what can I endure? Like, what information that I don't want to receive? Like, how can I handle information that I would rather not receive?
Yeah.
How can I handle not possessing my lover? Because I did ask him for the space. So it's like, it was really easy for me to ask for space, but when someone else would ask me for space, it was difficult for me to give it. So I forced myself into an uncomfortable space.
Got you.
To like handle those inner demons. So
you feel like this non-committal thing you have at the moment is it improving those aspects of yourself that you didn't appreciate in the last relationship?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like if you remain in your comfort zone and you remain in this like fake happy relationship that you know isn't really fulfilling, and you post these pretty pictures with your lover so people could be like, oh my God, you're so cute.
Did you used to do that? Were you doing that?
Yeah. And it's just like, that ain't it. Like, you really need to ask yourself, is this relationship really fulfilling, or am I just comfortable right now?
Yeah.
And I felt like I was just comfortable. So I'm like, let me work on who I want to be like as a person. And a big part of that was getting into this open relationship. Open relationships are not for me, but I'm glad I did it. Like I really strengthened that internal, what do you call it? Moving on.
Yeah. In the comments, put it in the comments. They'll let us know what you're talking about. All right, so you got this new guy you're talking to. Wait, so since you're only talking to him, and you know he's not really all the way committed, would you allow yourself to talk to and get to know someone else?
That's the thing. So once, I'm not saying I have hoes, but you know, like people are interested in me here and there. So by the time I wasn't in a relationship anymore, I felt like I could entertain it here and there. I started realizing that I don't have the energy to give to multiple people. That's why I can't do the open relationship thing. So I realized like I would only want to text him back, and like I'd ignore everyone else that's like trying to blow up my DM.
All right. So even when you because I consider you're just talking to somebody right now. Even when you're just talking to someone, you're still exclusive in that sense that you're just talking to somebody.
Yeah, and I realized that's like my possessive like tendencies trying to come out again. Like I want to give this one person all my energy, and a part of me expects that back, which is not fair.
Yeah.
So just watching myself from third person in a way, like kind of like finding myself in old habits, is just kind of like it's really intriguing.